Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Shanur here. I want to talk about the new normal and this perversion of religion that we are experiencing. Today's Friday, so subhanAllah, may Allah bless you on this day and grant you tawfiq, inshallah, to pray salah in jama'ah without these stupid distancings and muzzles on your face. And may Allah protect us, may Allah protect our community from this encroaching evil, from this encroaching darkness, right? And this is what I mean by the new normal. These are phrases, the Great Reset, build back better, right? That is being used by politicians, by these puppets, big business puppets, the pharmaceutical industry, the military industrial complex, right? They're conditioning the people, they're readying the population for a new phase, right? I've read how this is the fourth industrial age, under the guise of, like there's a macro campaign and there's a micro campaign, right? There's an overarching international campaign, intergovernmental, that's being coordinated by all of these big powers. That's on the overarching, that's on the top, and on the bottom, between us, Joe Blogs, you and me on the street, there's another campaign, right? You've got this climate change thing happening, right? And they speak of the Green Revolution. And under this type of Trojan horse, you've got all of these sanctions, all of these type of deadly restrictions that have been placed on countries, poor countries across the world, right? And through their puppet governments, right, to restrict and to weaken their ability to produce wealth, right? Their industry, their subhanallah, just their sovereignty as a nation, right, is being sacrificed by these self-serving people within their governments, within infrastructure, and then raped of their resources. Many people know this for decades. What's happening, subhanallah, the legacy of colonialism never really left, right? But then on a micro level, on a grassroots level, on a granular level, right, you've got subhanallah, COVID-19, right? Under the Trojan horse of COVID-19, we are now subhanallah sacrificing our liberties, again our freedoms, but also our religious beliefs are changing. Subhanallah, right? Under the guise of safety, under the guise of yours and my, safety, subhanallah, we've sacrificed, subhanallah, we've sacrificed our religion, right? Ramadan was lost to us, Hajj was lost to us, right? These distancing was introduced, that people are doing it proudly. They're doing it. Why? Because they're the banner of safety, and subhanallah, the whole COVID-19 thing. I mean, I do that's a whole lecture in and of itself, subhanallah. But understand that from the beginning, from January, February, March time, you had the likes of Dr. Sukrit Bhakti, Dr. Wolfgang Wodak, Dr. Doros Cahill. We had, mashallah, Muslim surgeon, 30 years, Dr. Muhammad Adil, right? Who established that this thing does not meet Koch's postulates, not even one of these postulates. And because he published this thing, NHS kicked him out, right? Because he dared to speak the truth. The likes of Wolfgang Wodak, Dr. Sukrit Bhakti, these are the authorities in microbiology, infectious diseases, pathology, and virology, right? So in the beginning of the year, this is what they were saying. That says, look, and these are people with a pedigree. These are with people with a history of fighting for justice, right? There were some of the most cited scholars in their respective fields in all of Europe are saying these things. And then you have, subhanAllah, may Allah forgive us, may Allah bless us. You have some of our community leaders, our religious scholars, subhanAllah, who are touting the government line, right? The appointed people like Fauci and Johns Hopkins University. These are proven liars. These are, Allah says in the Quran, if a fasik comes to you with information, then verify it. So these are people with a proven track record of lying and fudging numbers and scheming on behalf of big business, right? So subhanAllah, like the likes of Boris Johnson is telling you your religion. So now we have, for example, the MCB, you've got subhanAllah, like the Islamic mosque and things, declaring, the mosque will be open from the 3rd of December, and then, all these rules. when did this government, when did this evil government dictate to us our religion, right? What I'm saying is that if you're willing to bend the rules, if you're willing to sacrifice, for the sake of financing, break the rules, break the law in regards to your taxes and things, then subhanAllah, are you not willing to make a few sacrifices for the sake of your religion, right? Isn't it just common sense? SubhanAllah. The source of our protection, the source of our success is Islam, right? That is where our honor is gained. But then when we, subhanAllah, begin and believe me, as secularism and alienation is beginning to take place, and materialism is infecting the Muslim communities across the world, right? And the answer is the establishment and protection of our core religious practices. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.